Let's take a moment here and jump down into ChatGPT. This really is what kickstarted, for most people, their introduction into AI. I am going to start out again with what the plans are. So currently I'm on a $20 a month plan, and you can also get access to a $200 a month plan. Now, this gives you a whole lot of access, including access to all the reasoning models and all advanced voice. There's a ton of features that are quite good in this. But let's now take a look and start off with a few things that you may already be aware of and some of you may not. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what's called your own GPT. So you can train your own custom GPT, and I've got a few that are already trained. So we're going to start here with one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into configure. So I'm going to call this auto agentic. So one of the things that we're going to put into this is, from an instruction standpoint, I'm going to paste all the information on auto agentic. Now, here's where you're going to see GPT instructions cannot be longer than 8,000 characters. This is a critical difference between our agents with auto agentic. We actually have all of our agents instructed between 60,000 to 100,000 words, so considerably longer. So I'm going to jump now, and rather than go and configure this, I'm going to go into one of the ones that we already have. So I'm going to take a look, and we're going to go and just use the general GPT. So what are some of the things that you can do? Well, you can create images, you can analyze data, you can help write, you can analyze images. Some of the interesting things, though, and this is where you're going to find how chat has a bit of an understanding of who you are. So I'm going to ask it to create an image of what chat thinks I am based on all of my previous inputs and threads. Let's see what happens. So now it's saying that it's going to create it based on a blend of entrepreneurial spirit, tech-savvy influence, and deep connection to Indigenous business collaborations and the CPG community, which is some of the other businesses that I'm involved in. So now it's going to generate this. This is how chat sees me. Now, there are very interesting things that you can do with chat. And one of the things that you can do is you can literally ask it questions. So you can use chat and you can use it to ask questions. So I'm going to ask it, where do you think the future of automotive dealerships is heading with AI? So as you can see, there's a lot of information that's come out in terms of how it's going to be creating everything from chatbots right through to hyper-personalized customer journeys, intelligent inventory and pricing management, service and repair automation, etc. So So I'm going to ask, can you create a training program to help onboard our salespeople for our Toyota dealership? And so you can see how now this is now starting to give some pretty interesting and some good information. Absolutely. You have all sorts of information in terms of introduction to Toyota and dealership operations, product knowledge, customer engagement and sales process, digital and AI powered sales tools, financing and leasing basics, service and after sales support, etc. So some fair information that anybody can now start to get organized here. So now I'm going to ask it to write product knowledge training for our staff. So now what you're going to start to see here is it's going to start to get into overview of the lineups, trim levels, Toyota safety sense, breakdown of the vehicle lineup, etc. So it's now going through and it's creating all of these. So now I'm going to say show a detailed product knowledge module for Toyota Corolla. Okay, so now let's take a look here. And so now it gets into Toyota Corolla. So overview of the Toyota Corolla, one of the world's best-selling vehicles, available in sedan and hatchback. Starts to get into engine options, transmission. Let's just open this up here a little bit. Starts to get into fuel economy, different trim levels, technology and infotainment, safety and driver assistance, competitive comparison, etc. And you can get into a bunch of other items in terms of where it's suggesting, again, as part of the training program, financing, leasing basics, service and after sales support, etc. So there's a fair amount of power, obviously, behind ChatGPT, and we would be absolutely remiss to indicate otherwise.